Folks, we got an emergency. My men are all tied up like spiders. I mean, like a spider put them in a cocoon by urethrophosis. Let me read to you what happened. Brent Skyped me at 2:56. Excuse me. He Skyped me at 2. No, Terrance Jenkins got on Skype at 2:45 p.m. Oh my goodness, that sounds like a ruckus down there. Brent, 2:46 p.m. I know it can't be Black Friday shopping. Our followers are really good about doing their Gail commandments, only food and bills. Terrance, 2:46 p.m. It sounds like a Black Friday kind of crowd for sure. 2:47 p.m. Oh dear, I said. I hope they don't all have yeast brain. Could it be an influx of Laurie McBride Jesuits? Terrance, 2:47 p.m. I can go check it out. Do you think I should put my pants back on? Brent, 2:48 p.m. Just pull up your boxers and go look. Terrance, 2:48 p.m. And hood mentality of impulse buying for special deals. Me, this doesn't sound good, folks. They must all have yeast brain or be Laurie McBride Jesuits. Terrance, okay, I put on my boxers. It'd be the naughty and nice ones you got me. Brent, oh dear. I hope it's not the hood mentality taking over the stores on Church of Gail. Me, that's what I think it is, Brent. Who's going crazy? Laurie's bombs are terrible. Terrance, okay, I be headed down. Brent, be safe. I hope he'll be okay. I'll go check on him in a few minutes if he isn't back. 2:53 p.m. Brent, I wonder what's taken Terrance so long. They might be lynching him. Where's Zach Knight? Then Zach Knight showed up and I explained to him what was going on. Brent, 2:55 p.m. Oh dear, I hope they aren't lynching him. Now I'm worried. I better go down there to check. Brent, you better wear armor, I said. Zach, what's going on? I explained to him what was happening. He came on at 2:55 p.m. I said, some sort of protection, Brent. I always get suspicious of riots. Riots are always from Satan. And so I explained to Zach what had happened, and I told Zach, "Don't you go down there." Maybe Angelina Ballerina came back, and they're all under brain control because Brent sent me this. He said, "Oh no!" At 2:56 p.m., Gail, Zach, you won't believe what's happening. It's blah blah blah, and it just kind of like it was like all the typing got muddled. And here's what Brent wrote me. Dearest Gail, from a blacked out stupor, I awoke. I told Zach, I said, don't go down there. Dearest Gail, I said, send a drone or something and see what's going on. So he sent a drone and all the men were tied up. And let me tell you what happened. Dearest Gail, from a blacked out stupor, I awoke to find myself disoriented and unable to move. As my vision returned, I was able to scan my body and see that I was cocooned in rope from my feet to my chest like an insect trapped in a spider's web. Unwilling to scream and draw the attention of whatever predator had put me in this bind, I choked myself back with a gasp. I felt my heart pounding against the rope as my gaze scanned the room, and to my horror, I was but one of many of our male church members who were now bound in these rope cocoons. Our bodies were laid out in a giant circle on the floor, with our feet facing the center. Most of the other men were now waking up just as I was. It was clear that they had all taken their turns being knocked unconscious by our yet unknown captor, but were otherwise unharmed. Our lives had been spared, but for what diabolical ends? That was when a stiletto pump heel planted itself heavily next to my head on the floor, blocking my view of the other men. The foot wearing this stiletto shoe was fat, black, its flesh seeping out over the sides and bubbling through the straps, as if clearly a few sizes too big for this footwear. I caught a glimpse of the brand name glittering in gold plating along the heel that read Gucci, Gucci. I heard the messy sound of thick chewing, and then a single wet piece of fried chicken fell to the floor next to the shoe. The toes in the shoe wiggled, and the owner continued on to the center of the circle, where I finally beheld the full form of our captor. It was none other than Urethra Faux Shizzle McPizzle. That's the same person who killed, boy, she's using brain control on Hugh Hefner. Urethra was carrying a bucket, and she killed Sean Connery, too. Urethra was carrying a bucket of KFC in one arm, feasting upon it greedily. Her big lips puckered out as she chewed rapidly like a rabbit, grease smeared across her mouth. After a wet swallow, she spoke. I see you mens have finally woke. Now, I sure you all be wondering why you here. She paused to take another bite of a fried chicken leg, her eyes fixated on it. Now see, I have a little problem. That little problem is called qui fettifo rizzle mcpizzle. Urethra then turned on an overhead projector behind her, which lit up to show a little baby watching from another room with a big smile on her face. The little girl was so cute that Urethra's captive audience, myself included, collectively cooed, ah. Urethra continued, This baby you see here don't have a daddy. We all gasped and booed with outrage. Now, if this baby don't got a daddy, I don't get no child support. But ever since I got pregnant, ain't no black man come within 50 yards of me. They go poof. Urethra took another bite of her chicken. So, she chewed messily, the only way I'ma find out who my baby daddy is by search and destroy. I know you men in your Church of Gail have plenty of resources to find a baby daddy. I want you to find him and make him pay. And if you don't, Urethra unzipped her pants and dropped them to her heels. The whole room gagged at the smell. If I was a bigot, I would think that all African women are pretty much smell like that, especially the fat ones. However, being a medical doctor, I knew right away that Urethra had a serious bladder infection. As you know, I am a trained assassin for the Jesuit order. My skills be peeing on people and drowning people in my piss. But boy, you don't even know what a diet of fried chicken and orange soda can do to a urinary system. You don't even know. Urethra grabbed a fistful of labia and pointed to her gaping pee hole. See, I got me a kidney stone up in here, the size of a .40 caliber bullet. The next time I take a piss in some nigga's mouth, that bang could fire into the back of his skull and he be dead. Now, I don't know when that kidney stone is going to release, but you better not hope it be one on y'all. She checked her watch. Every hour on the hour. If you all don't find my baby daddy, I'm going to piss in the mouth of one man in this circle. He could just get a mouthful of piss, or he could get a kidney stone shot through his brain. They call this game Russian roulette, don't they, Vladdy Putin? I'ma play Russian roulette with all of Gail's men until you all find my baby daddy and bring him and his paychecks to me. Urethra lumbered over to me like a flat black bear and then squatted over top of me. Thinking I was about to get an esophagus full of urine and possibly a kidney stone bullet, my love life with Gail flashed before my eyes. However, Urethra did not pee in my mouth. Instead, she peed on the ropes around my arms, the acid from the urine dissolving the rope and allowing me to free my hands. You, white man, you round up all the black men in the country you can find, and you tell them to come to Church of Gail for a paternity test. Black men only. I ain't slept with no crackers. I'll need a way to contact my wife, Gail, I said calmly, still shaken. She can make a YouTube video. Billions of people around the world watch her videos. Already on it, cracker. Urethra dumped over the KFC bucket, now emptied of fried chicken, onto my chest. At the bottom of the bucket was a miniature laptop. I write to you now, covered in grease, fried chicken bones, and crumbs, pleading for all of the black men in the world who think they've ever possibly slept with Urethra McPizzle to please come forward and take responsibility for their child. Your husband, Brent Spiner.